Yo fam, what's going on? I'm Zashak here and Happy New Year. We're finally back. So CES 2019, Razer announced a few new products including a new blade which now has an RTX card. We're not focusing on the blade today, we're focusing on the new Stealth that came out about a month ago. And this is an upgrade. What's the upgrade for? Well, a new graphics card which has an MX150 GPU at $1,600. That is a high price point for a full HD panel. Now at a $1,900, you can get upgraded with a better panel at 4K and touchscreen, which I kind of wouldn't really go for. Now, when you think of Razer products, what comes to mind is gaming. When people buy Razer laptops, they mainly game on them. That's what we're going to focus on today, on how well the Stealth games. Here is a list of games that I've tested out. If some of the games that you want to see aren't here, I apologize. Some of these games are pretty expensive. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now this variant comes with 16 gigs of RAM with an 8th gen i7 processor. All the models comes with an i7, but with the base variant, you're getting an Ultrabook that has 8 gigs of RAM and an Intel UHD 620, which is not really ideal for gaming. So you're better off with the mid-tier model that you're seeing here. Now the first title that I've tried was Overwatch, and these are the settings I left it on, and I also tried the Ultra settings as well, but we will get to that in a bit. Now Overwatch is a very competitive game, and ideally it's played on consoles and desktops, but this is completely doable. This game took around 16.33 seconds to boot up into the main menu, and I was capping around 66 frames under the medium settings, which was really good. I didn't have an issue playing online, and I was able to land some shots. Fan noises were pretty moderate, with the temperature rising up to around 68 degrees in Celsius. Now, when I turned it to epic mode, things slightly changed, especially the frame rate, which clocked around 37 frames, basically dropping around half the amount of frames it originally was when it was in medium mode. Yes, it was sluggish, gameplay was doable, and kills were a little more harder to achieve because in the increase of visual details. And the fan noise increased to 66 decibels, and the temperature was around 72 degrees Celsius. The next title I tried was Rocket League, another personal favorite of mine. This game took around 19.20 seconds to boot, and during gameplay my frame rate was capping around 82 frames, which was very excellent. Now I do suck at this game, so don't judge me, but it's mad fun. The fan stayed pretty quiet around 48.2 decibels, and the temperature was around 65 degrees in Celsius. So far, Rocket League ran the smoothest for me during this video. Now the next title I tried was a fan favorite, Fortnite. Now I personally do not like Fortnite because I really suck at it. So yeah, I know what y'all are thinking. Oh, he still has the starter outfit. What a noob. Yeah, that doesn't matter to me. But anyways, this game took quite some time to boot up, around 48.8 seconds, and the frame rate during gameplay that I was receiving was around 37 frames. I'm not gonna lie, with Razer's panel, the colors at least did look very nice, so I wanted to take it up a notch and increase the settings from medium to ultra. And that wasn't fun. The frame rate obviously decreased, but at a significant amount, capping around 23 frames only, and the fan started to get a little louder as well. When I measured it, it was around 76.6 decibels, which was also another jump when the game was running under the medium settings. A little bit of a bummer for how much you're paying for this laptop. Now I wanted to play a racing title as well, so I tried Forza Horizon 4, and the texture and quality of this game is gorgeous. Booting up took around 32.95 seconds, and I was capping around 36 frames. I was pretty much surprised on how this game was performing on this laptop because Forza is a big game. It consumes so much from the GPU and CPU to make this run correctly, but a bit of delay here and there when I was trying to steer during my race. Even though I was surprised on the performance, I wasn't completely satisfied because again, of the whopping $1,600 you're paying for this laptop, I was expecting just a little bit more. Bioshock Infinite is the next title I tried, and boot up time was around 18.23 seconds, and guys, if you haven't tried this game, please do. It's probably the best Bioshock, and it's been out for a while, so you can get it pretty cheap. The lighting and the colors were awesome to look at, and I was capping around 39 frames during gameplay with the computer heating up to 56 degrees Celsius. Now, I didn't have any issues running this game, which meant I was able to kill and aim at enemies with barely any issues, but sometimes I did notice that frame rates would drop significantly, around maybe 25 frames, but for some strange reason jump right back up. I didn't notice this with other titles that I've tested, But overall, this was great playing on this laptop. Assassin's Creed 4 is the next title, and yes, I know that this is very old, but this is probably the best one according to fans. Launching this game took around 23.2 seconds, and my overall experience with this game wasn't that great at all. Under the default settings, it was sluggish, and you don't want that in an Assassin's Creed game because it's all about parkouring. It's pretty hard to parkour in this game accurately with only 27 frames. I didn't even bother boosting up the visuals in this game because I know it would be so much worse. Now, last title I tried was Doom. Took me around 36.7 seconds to launch, capping around 22 frames. Now, 22 frames is terrible for Doom. You cannot and do not want sluggish performance on this game because Doom is all about fast pacing gameplay. There are enemies everywhere. I mean, I was able to play this game, but the sluggish feeling took the fun out of Doom for me. Now I want to recap on comparing some of the stats of these games, starting off with their boot time. Overwatch came in first, and Bioshock surprised me at second place because that's a pretty big game. Next is the comparison of the frame rates I was capping around while playing these titles, and I said earlier Rocket League gave me the smoothest performance, which was pretty much expected. Its consumption in GPU and CPU is pretty low due to the small size of the game. And last but not least are the benchmark scores of these titles. You can pause the video right here to compare the numbers for your own sake. I do want to say that the battery on this guy will last you around 4 to 5 hours depending on what settings you're gaming in, so make sure you have the charger with you, especially if you are on the go. The Razer Stealth is a very expensive laptop. It's $1,600 for the mid-tier model. It's over $1,700 after tax. Now you can get other laptops with the MX150 card under $1,600 like the Asus UX430 and the MSI PS42. They're a couple of $100 cheaper, so check it out. If you are pretty much loyal to Razer, if you want a beautiful design, beautiful sleek design, that's what Razer is really known for, stick with it. If not, there are other options out there, and I would check it out. That's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and finesse on that subscribe button. And if you want me to review other products, other laptops as well for gaming and or even in general, please let me know in the comments. I did do one for the Surface Go, and I'll leave a link below. And let's end it off with fun fact number 51. Earlier, Coca-Cola had cocaine in it. Pretty interesting. Thanks for watching. I'm Zashak. Stay tech strong, stay humble, and deuces.